time. We're actually on time for once. I can't believe it. Holy shit, we're on time. We're on time. We're actually on time. We said 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock right now. Holy fucking shit, we're actually on time.
Actually, we started at 9 and 10 seconds.
Well, you guys just fail. I said, let's all go crazy, and all I got was one of you going...
I was medicating. Fuck off.
Alright. I'm having a turkey sandwich. It's literally a turkey on bread.
It's literally a turkey for the sandwich.
Dude, I had sausage that was just sausage on white bread, so trust me, I know your feelings, man.
Not mayonnaise, but margarine, the other M word.
I just had a little mustard. That was it.
Not butter, margarine.
Usually conduct, I'd like to point out that you have the awesomest choice in gifts. You basically chose all the gifts that I put in there that are weird and random that I love.
I always love the Godzilla. Eat the broccoli. Eat it, bitch.
Eat your vegetables, bitch.
Eat your broccoli.
It's just King Kong shoving a tree down Godzilla's throat.
Eat your broccoli. Eat it, bitch.
It probably won't really look like anything, but John and I have Swiss garlic loaf.
Damn it. Interesting footnote to that.
Some assembly required now, apparently. They literally give you the garlic sauce in a cup and with a blank baguette.
No.
Well, whatever.
Blank.
But it's nice, so then you don't get all like the chives and tomatoes and everything. You keep that separate. So I just literally dip it in the garlic.
So an interesting footnote to that story. One of my customers a few days ago said that her and her husband are looking into franchise options in Nanaimo, and one of the things they're looking at is Swiss Chalet.
Nice.
Apparently, what happened?
Like, please.
Apparently, what happened with the one here was it got new management and was mismanaged, and they had to close it. So it wasn't actually that it wasn't doing well. Apparently, it was doing quite well, but it was a management issue. So they're looking to look into the franchise rights and hopefully reopen it here. So I was like, yes, please. I will love you forever.
I will love you long time.
I hope that happens. I said, I will eat there all the time if you do that.
Oh,
and a lot of other people who will too.
I'd love to try Swiss Chalet these days.
Yeah, I've never been there. I'd try it.
I'm sure you guys would love it.
Rotisserie chicken, really good, with really yummy dipping sauce and sides.
According to Cass, he says it's a lot like what we had at Boston Market.
Yeah, I say that, but of course I've never actually been there myself.
Well, if you've been to what was the other one? There's Boston Market, and there was oh God, what was the other one? There was two. They were always competing. I gotta Google this shit now.
I guess what I could do in the interim is because you can buy the dipping sauce. You can buy like a mix for the dipping sauce.
Yep.
I can get that. Get a rotisserie chicken from like the supermarket, and then use the deep fryer to make fries.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell Swiss Chalet?
Swiss, S-W-I-S-S, space, chalet, C-H-A-L-E-T.
Okay.
Yeah, spell chalet, motherfucker.
Like,
thank you.
Yeah. You say chalet, and I'm like, what? Is that like a Canadian way of saying something?
That's not an English word. That is a total loan word from somewhere.
Yes, it's
like
called French. Maybe you've heard of it.
French.
Okay, I know that's not English.
An end to the T. Yes. Well, then it's French.
Yeah.
Chalet.
Baddies, shut up! I'm trying to show good food.
Fuck. Okay.
That worked. As I was saying, the tradition of these stone cutters, we're having ribs.
Mmm, very good.
Beautiful.
These are the back ribs too. I spent the extra $2.
I do have this good kind, $10.
Yeah.
$2. But like I say, I do have about half of a $100 gift card, like $45 on the gift card for Montana's. So Rose and I will probably go and have ribs soon.
Ribs are good there too. Very good, actually.
Wait,
Yeah,
Montana?
we've eaten
Is
their
that Ted's?
Ted's coming to town a couple times.
It's like their specialty.
Is that Ted's Montana? Or is that a different place? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
No,
I'm different.
I think it's just a Canadian chain, actually.
Montana's.
Yeah, the other one was Kenny Rogers Roasters. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yes. Love that
I
episode.
was trying to, for the longest time, trying to remember what the name of the other place is.
You wouldn't
So,
eat
yes.
broccoli if it was deep fried in chocolate sauce.
So, going back to the conversation from a few minutes ago,
Oh, ow, ow, ow.
our guess is Switch Filet is like Kenny Rogers Roasters or Boston Market.
Oh, God, Boston Market's
Sort of.
terrible, though.
They used to be pretty good, though.
It's
They used to be
numb.
great. I used to love Boston Market. They went downhill so fucking fast.
Boston Market?
Yeah, they're
If
just
you were going mid-90s, Boston Market was the fucking shit.
which is
As
hilarious.
was Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Mid '90s, Olive Garden was awful, and now they're the fucking shit. It's like they traded spots, man. Like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It's kind of like how Pizza Hut and Domino's traded spots.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like-
Little Caesars just stopped being good.
With
I don't think it ever was good.
with the Olive Garden in the 90s, it was cook everything in a microwave, and then we got to post-millennium, maybe about 2006, 2007, and they finally figured out how a stove works. And so, so there you go.
Wow. Pretty sure even a bachelor knows how a stove works.
Yes, even I, who doesn't cook very often, knows how to fucking operate the stove. Yes.
Meanwhile, KFC stopped spinning the legs of their chicken when they go and put them in the deep fryer.
Oh, good.
I don't see what the problem is at all. The guy telling you with 3 fingers.
So I update in the setup. I have a third monitor now, so I have the chat all the way on that side, and the Hangout all the way on this side. And in the middle, I just have Crisis on Infinite Earths in my face because it's my wallpaper.
Nice.
Only because it's the big fucking monitor. Otherwise, I'd have the camera in the middle. You know. But I got the setup so that when I stream, on the left side I can have Twitch chat, and the right side I can have my broadcaster, and in the middle I can have the game. I can have a sigh on all of it at once.
There you go.
So
Surrounded by geekery.
and yes, folks, I'm still poor. In fact, I'd like to point out that this is my old monitor from 10 years ago.
Mhm.
And in fact, here's how I have to have a special controller to turn it on. It's called a screwdriver because it's just on the front. I have to just hit this button right here to turn it on.
You start with a screwdriver.
The actual
God damn it.
button that goes in there fell out, or
Yeah.
do you have
Where
to
the
push the
There it
internal
is.
button?
Yeah. I gotta complete the
Amazing.
fucking circuit with the control with the it's not even, it's like the little actuator piece is missing. I have to complete the circuit with this. So I have to hit it just right for it to actually turn off. Which is why I
see,
saw me
that's
struggling.
interesting.
Because it's literally it broke off with the button.
You're hot wiring your monitor.
Yeah.
Well, it actually kind of reminds me of my Oldsmobile because the ground wire for the starter got frayed.
Oh wow.
So I actually had to have somebody go in and start the car while I would go underneath and touch the ground wire with a piece of metal.
Oh my god. So yeah, and I had the settings buttons also has fallen off, but that I don't have to jump. That actually has the little actuator inside. It's just yeah. So that was the update for this week. I was like, what the fuck? I have a third monitor. I just have to turn it off with a screwdriver.
So there was a huge bit of video game news that happened this week.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff. We're still not entirely sure what it fully means, but it
Silent
is.
Hills is happening again.
Yep. How did you?
Yay!
Awesome.
What?
But
Continue, Eric.
What again?
but yeah, with the release of Star Wars Battlefront, obviously, there was a PS4 bundle, the Battlefront bundle with the nice Vader-looking PS4.
Yeah.
But what came in that bundle was 3 PS2 games
Oh,
on-
right. I know the news you're
played
talking
on-
about.
being played on the PS4. And upon it was what was it? It was the Digital Foundry
Mhm.
did a little bit of expose and did kind of like some research on it, and discovered that it was running via emulation. Because when it booted up, it showed the PS2 logo, and then it said it was accessing the 8 megabyte memory cartridge
Nice.
on a PS4.
So short of it being we're getting backwards compatibility with PS2 games on the PS4.
Yeah, so they concluded that this wasn't modified. The game wasn't modified in any way. It was just literally the PS4 was just playing it via emulation.
That's awesome.
So they sent a message over to Sony, and an official spokesperson came back confirming that, and I quote, "We are working on utilizing PS2 emulation technology to bring PS2 games forward to the current generation."
Yay!
No further comments at this point in time.
It's about fucking time.
I don't
Holy
know if that
shit.
means disc-based or if we're getting downloadables for the PS4 or what.
And this is kind of what we could pull from the games that are available from that Battlefront bundle, is this is what we've concluded, is that it runs at a resolution, they run upscaled at like 12, some weird resolution, 1283 by 960 something.
Yeah.
Almost 1080p, gotcha.
Yeah, but then they are upscaled again to 4 times that resolution, anti-aliasing is added, and everything runs at 60 frames per second.
So DNR, gotcha. No. That's what you say is but I mean, it's fine. It's perfectly okay in games. It's not the same.
So
Not
yeah,
the same thing.
They
The
wiped
games
it all.
are,
It was gone.
Anti-aliasing is to get rid of flaws, meanwhile DNR is to get rid of perceived flaws, so there's a
Perceived
difference.
flaws, yeah.
One is actually good and the other is actually not.
Also, the utilization of, which is a patent they discovered back in 2013, of a dynamic implementation of trophies. Being able to having the system detect what game it is and automatically insert the trophy system that is appropriate for that game.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Just have,
So
like,
are you saying we might be able to get trophy support for PS2 games?
for disc-based PS2 games,
That's awesome.
That's kind of cool.
because it's
Fingers
able to
crossed.
just detect what kind of game it is.
I can't
So-
wait to play PS2 games.
PS2.
I can't wait to play Fire Pro Wrestling Returns on my PS4 for no reason.
So like I
Dude,
said, this is all still
I'm
very
looking
heavy
forward to
speculation.
Burnout 3.
Sprite-based wrestling, whatever.
But
I can't wait to play my entire library of PS2 games.
And PS1 and PS3.
Yes.
I mean,
You know that would make Sean want to get one.
this
you know that
this
would.
was my
Mhm.
comment that I left, and just kind of talking about it, and I believe it makes a lot of sense.
Did
my eyes.
Did you say Ermagerd per Erster?
But no, this is what I said. But I really hope it becomes disc-based backwards compatibility. But think about it. It would make sense from a money and time standpoint for Sony to just make the PS4 read and play PS2 games. Look back at the kind of PS2 games that were released on PSN and HD remakes that have come out. They've already tapped their market in terms of selling PS2 games back to us. And so not many people are buying PSN PS2 games or those HD remakes anymore. It would make no sense for Sony to spend all that time having to redo all their PSN releases, PS2 titles that have been remade for the Cell processor and bring it back to x86 for the PS4.
Yeah.
The resources are there now for x86-based PS2 emulation with PCSX2 that reads and plays disc PS2 games on a PC. So with little effort, they could do it and make it a new selling point of bringing new console sales with the promise of HD on-the-fly upgrades of your disc PS2 classics. I mean, that is
Awesome.
straightforward. It's just that if they don't do that, they obviously have some mental issues.
Well, I mean, we've had PS1 compatibility for ages.
Yeah, I mean,
that
it's
was
just
that was like 2 generations behind the PS3. So why not have PS2? It's now 2 generations behind the PS4. And when PS5 comes out, have PS3 compatibility. Just kind of
Like,
keep it 2 generations
with
behind, I guess.
PS3 and PS4, you can play the entire PlayStation library.
Yes.
That's
Exactly.
pretty fucking cool. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm super happy about that because that means I can put my PS2 in the closet
Yeah.
and just buy a PS4, and now I have a reason to buy a PS4 other than the new games.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, I mean, that would be a huge selling point for me, too, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys know I've got a pile of PS2 games. I just did a big overview of them recently.
Oh yeah, I saw all of those overviews. Yes.
Yes, and you know, it would definitely be something that I would benefit from because I would love to be able to play them, you know, on a modern system with the wireless controller, for example, and be able to stream it a lot more easily without having to use analog cables. Which would be awesome.
I've only played one video game in about 18 years.
Wow, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
And it was GoldenEye 64.
Well, if you're only gonna play one, at least it was a good one.
That's all I played.
Ever. Still plays it to this day.
Meanwhile, my brother has like every video game console, and so I'm the movie guy, he's the game guy.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to play games, you just go to his house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever wants to watch movies, he goes to Ryan's house.
I should point out that with GoldenEye 64, Sean and I, our stepbrother, was like an absolute master of that game.
Yes, he would kick our asses repeatedly.
Well, basically what he would do is he played it so much that he actually knew, like when he killed somebody, he knew where the respawn points were.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Oh yeah, I remember
kill
that
you.
shit.
So he's that kind of asshole.
Well, he's put a lot of hours in.
Me and my friends put a lot of hours in too. Trust me.
Yeah, so I mean, he'd kill you, and then you basically just come back to life, and then there he is standing in the hallway in front of you. Or he would just mine all the spawn points.
Well, the problem is getting to the.
It's
actually harder.
Come back.
It can be hard to get to the spawn point, and like sometimes. So then you get to go, okay, if I were him and I spawned there, which direction do I think he would run? And you can see if you can intersect them, and sometimes you can guess, and you're just like, hey, surprise, motherfucker! You shoot him right in the face. Oh god, love that goddamn game.
I remember playing with him and a friend of ours, and the friend, I remember he was disarmed at one point, and so I literally had like the Uzi or something like that, but I went to reload. He basically just got right in my face and kept slapping me, and I couldn't reload, and he ended up killing me. Stop it!
Yeah, I like using the slappers and just getting right up in people's faces. So like, and I would always play as Jaws, who has like a very derpy face.
Oh yeah.
And, so I would just like slap, 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 slap.
No one's allowed to play Odd Job.
Maybe my friend. Slap, 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 slap.
Odd Job's unfair.
It's fun. Oh my God! Did he actually get Super Mario Maker? Oh my God!
You did hear all those ding, ding, ding. I mean, come on.
Well, actually, that was Quack. I heard him play.
Oh.
I'm gonna boot up my copy now.
Oh, you've only got 500 seconds to make your selection, or you'll die.
Oh no!
So is that your hand clicking on things there? Are we seeing your hand in the game clicking on things?
Sure, I could just reach through virtual reality.
Amazing. That's
so
Tron.
So
it's a mouse pointer. I told you.
Last night, Sean, when you were playing Fear 2,
Oh God.
Brandon was remarking that you have something about you have to fucking search every last bit of every map that you discover.
Yes.
So,
I'm very thorough.
So I'm just thinking to myself, gee, I can't wait until he plays Fallout 4, the 1,000-hour playthrough.
Yes.
Jesus.
That will be one that is done in and around other playthroughs, I think.
It's definitely one that you can pick up every now and then.
Well, and that goes for pretty much any game like that. Like, I still got to get back to Defiance, for example. There's still so much stuff I haven't done in Defiance. Yeah, but and that's exactly how I played Fallout 3 when I originally played it. I was very thorough. And you look at my map; there's no blank spaces on that map. I found everything. Well, I got the perk that revealed a lot of the locations, but I also went to all of those locations and checked out a lot of places in between too.
We're also noting that when you get stressed and you get put, like you start losing life, your reaction is the exact opposite of what you should be. See, you just start charging. Your reaction should be to get into cover. And another thing you do that drives me batty, when you're playing this game, don't just run into the room and go, "Hey guys, what's up?" Maybe get behind a box and shoot some people where you aren't so easy to be shot, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, for fuck's sake, find some fucking cover.
I do sometimes.
You do not.
You
run for
that.
cover when you're bleeding from
No.
the mouth.
We have
John is utilizing the
Fuck.
What? Stop utilizing the law?
I said you were utilizing the law strategy.
That's right. Law! Well, I mean, it's very simple. I'm trying to draw them out so I know where they are, and then I go and run behind cover.
No, you don't. You stand there and shoot in the middle of there's video footage you can kill forever. Also, with the tram, when you killed that guy and you said that there's no pop-up, by the way, there was a fucking the square button prompt that said, press the square button to jump the tram. And you're like,
right.
What? Why can't I get on? And I was like, you're like, how do I do this? Just go. And everyone's like, you missed the prompt. You're just dumb, Sean. Stop it. And then you finally figured it out. Finally. For fuck's
Finally.
sake.
20 minutes later.
It was just funny listening to it and hearing all the times.
Frustration later.
It was funny just listening to it, just hearing all the times when the music and the sound just went meow. And I'm like, Andy fell in the tram again.
I rewatched that part where I got hit by the train. There was a part, for those of you who didn't see the playthrough, there was a part last night where I was fighting in an old subway station and went through various sort of levels of it, different tunnels and stuff. But it was very clear from the early sections that it was a non-functioning subway station. So at one point I get onto some tracks and suddenly there's a train coming, and I noticed far too late and was not able to get out of the way in time. And then I was surprised by the train and almost fell out of my chair and stumbled into my desk. So in perfect time with when the train hit the character, so it was quite funny. That will be a clip at some point.
I apparently banned Ryan for being a troll last week.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Cataway?
Yep. He was vagina in the chat.
Damn it, Ryan.
And then again, he was vagina in the chat, so now he got banned for being a troll.
Yeah, I was having some issues signing in, so I was like, you know what? If my name doesn't work, let's try something else.
And then he trolled, so I was like, fuck you, fuck off, troll. I didn't know it was Ryan.
There was vagina, and then we also had penis.
Right.
And then penis was a troll.
Yeah, penis, I know who penis was, and if that person trolls again, I'm not going to ban him.
Yeah.
Same goes for you too, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
I had to unban you. Hold on. I don't know where the fuck that is.
This is
right
such
here.
a novelty now. We can, like, directly berate someone who was trolling us. We've never had that opportunity.
Right, no, right?
So.
It was you!
Unban.
At least I got everybody talking.
You should be able to get on now.
Damn it, we're feeding the troll.
You have to become one with the troll to understand the way they work.
That's
There was
true.
actually 2 people named Penis in the catalog, so
Was there?
yeah.
No, we just need vagina.
Well, did you just miss the whole conversation, Quack?
I'm kind of out of it. Sorry.
Ryan was vagina from last week.
Ryan was vagina.
So we need a twat then.
Oh yeah.
Twat.
And cunt lips. Yep.
Red lips.
No, that definitely was not me.
Beef
Guns
curtains
cramp.
McGee.
So, another thing that happened this week that both Brandon and I enjoyed thoroughly was Netflix brought the continuation of Mr. Show with Bob and David
Never heard of it.
to life.
You ever heard of Mr. Show?
Oh, Mr. Show. I thought you said Mystery Show.
No.
Mr. Show.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's
no,
called With Bob and David, and it is amazing.
I've heard of Mr. Show. I've never seen it.
5
It's pretty much
stars.
a direct continuation of Mr. Show, except for I'm pretty sure HBO owns the name Mr. Show, so of course they couldn't call it Mr. Show, so it's called With Bob and David.
There you
And
go.
so when you put them next to each other on the video shelf, it says Mr. Show with Bob and David.
So instead of it's Mr. Show with Bob and David, it's just with Bob
Oh,
and David.
no, it was called Mr. Show, and now the new show's called With Bob and David. And when you put them together next to each other on the shelf, it'll say Mr. Show with Bob and David.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true.
That's how they wanted it to happen. That's fucking awesome.
Or if you got the individual sets, it'll be Mr. Show, Mr. Show, Mr. Show, Mr. Show, with Bob and David, with Bob and David, with Bob and David, with Bob and David.
True.
You just alternate them.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
Then all the seasons will be out of order.
Yeah,
No, this
it's
can't work.
continuity.
This isn't going to work.
Sure, okay.
I think I might make popcorn tonight because I have no munchies.
Right.
Popcorn.
I got some horrible Redenbacher.
I can do that too, because I had chips last night, so I'm going to like chips again.
Holy fuck, I have cookies. Yes.
Actually, I do need to go to Max, and it is right next
yeah.
door, so maybe. Depends if my
Netflix.
money came in today or not.
Netflix also premiered Jessica Jones this week.
Jessica Jones.
I've not yet got a chance to watch it, but if you don't know who Jessica Jones is, Jessica Jones
Nope.
is a character who gained superpowers through some really kind of messed up stuff, and decided to be a hero, and then met this guy named Jebediah Kilgrave, also known as as Purple Man. Purple Man has the ability to control people's minds, and he turned her into like a sex slave, essentially,
I see.
and raped her over and over and over again for like a long period of time. And the show takes place after those events, and her like recovery and like how she's coping, etc. It was a really great comic called Alias, that not related to the TV show called Alias. That brought a lot of humanity to superheroes. I really liked it. So
I see.
it's gonna be really good. It looks really fucking good. So.
Awesome. Sounds good.
I can't reach my cookies.
Sounds like Doctor Who, The Underwater Menace, finally has an official Region 1 release date. Sounds like it's going to be January 19th of next year. So, there you go. Mark it on your calendars, folks.
That's not too far away either.
That's not too far away at all. The Region 2 version is already out, but that's what the word on the street is for the Region 1 release. That's what I would be picking up.
Oh my god, David Tennant plays Purple Man on Jessica Jones? Oh, that's fucking cool.
Oh, really? David Tennant's awesome.
Luke Cage is her boyfriend, just so you know who Luke Cage Power Man is.
I definitely know who Luke Cage is, yes.
That's her boyfriend.
Wow. Then you don't want to be messing with her.
Oh, she has super strength and flight and shit. She's like basically like a supergirl.
So you doubly don't want to be messing with her.
Yeah.
All right,
JL
I've
says
officially returned to the chat.
JL says apparently January 19th is his birthday. Awesome. Well, if you were a Doctor Who fan, that would be a wonderful Doctor Who birthday present. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who? Doctor Who? Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
All right.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who! You got show and tell this week?
I have nothing.
Yes.
I'm planning to pick up the last Hobbit extended 3D edition when my money comes in. Other than that, no plans, no purchases, no nothing.
I have 4 pre-orders that came in. That's it.
Yay!
I
got some stuff.
5 things.
Shit I ordered months ago that finally came in. That's basically what my stuff is.
How many things you got, Quack?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Quack goes first.
And I got a
You went
couple.
7, 8, 9. I'm like,
No.
yep, Quack goes first.
No, the most goes last. That's how it's been forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Quack goes last.
Anyone have any less than 4?
I'm playing the one thing.
I have less than 4. I have 0.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, I don't think I got
Alright,
anything
hold
this
on.
week. I do, but I'm just gonna wait until it piles up.
All right, fair enough. You going first, Skinslip?
Yep.
Boom! You have the floor.
First up, pre-order this limited edition because it's got the best worst movie disc in it. And
Want?
that sticker. Yep. keep in mind, you technically don't need to get this the limited edition version because if you get the one without it, the movie's still only DVD and it's like $9. So it's the same disc art. Nothing special about it. Just the only thing that makes it special is this fucking sticker. You know. So.
I don't know. Gotta get that sticker because it's limited.
See, I got it because I had to have it, and I know personally I'd feel like I wouldn't have the limited edition. You know?
It's nice that they finally put out Troll 1, because Troll 2 is, of course, the notorious one that everybody knows, but and has had a special edition for years. But it's good they finally put out the first one.
And I believe all the special features are here.
Nice.
Or maybe not. No, actually, yeah, there was just a comment. No, that was just... Remember, click the other edition didn't have special features. That's what it was.
Yes, it did.
Did it? I thought it had just a trailer.
Oh, no, it had a ton of special features. It was like a big
I'll have to
deluxe
pick it up.
edition.
Alright, well, I have a trio of slasher video titles from all the films. I got Shock 'em Dead, which is it was remastered from a 1-inch tape, and converted to Blu-ray. And we got Killer Workout, which is sourced from a PAL Beta SP tape. That's VHS quality.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not VHS, it's just a PAL Beta SP.
Well, it's probably Beta Cam rather than Beta Max. There's a difference.
Deadly Prey, which is sourced also from a PAL tape. So it looks, honestly, when I looked at them, and they look like a pretty good low budget DVDs. You know, like it's not bad. Yeah,
it's probably
totally watchable.
It's probably like the best that standard def can look.
Yeah. Apparently, Killer Workout. The print just walked out the archive at some point. Gone forever. Nobody knows where it went.
Great.
No information who checked it out. No one. Just gone.
Just disappeared.
Just gone.
That's crazy.
So that's why these are standard definition. You could get the DVDs. People are like, well, if they're standard definition, why'd you get the Blu-ray? Well, I'm a clumsy fuck, so I wanted a Blu-ray so they don't scratch as much. There you go.
Well, that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
I am a clumsy fuck. See, he knows.
Yep. Awesome.
That's it.
Is that everything? Oh,
yep.
Cool.
Oh, wait. I have one special thing.
What?
I found, because I've been doing a move. If anyone knows, I just posted a video about it called The Move, and in the process, I found my very first DVD.
Yay!
The one that came free with my $500 DVD player in 1998 or whatever. Wow. And that is Stargate. This is a flipper disc, and this movie is on both sides. So you have to flip it halfway.
That's crazy. That's
I still fucking have it.
That's like pretty much first generation DVD right there.
Yes. It looks awful.
They would do like, they didn't have dual layer yet, so they would just put half and half.
Yep. It's nothing special about it. Here's their special features. 122 minutes. Nice special feature, right? Letterbox two-sided. Dolby mastered. Yeah, it's sound
Letterboxd. Awesome.
Yeah, sound options, bios, notes, scene access, guys. Interactive menus.
Yes. You know it's an old DVD when interactive menus are listed as a bonus feature.
They even have proof. It says promotional use only.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's probably fairly rare, like a fairly rare edition. Yeah.
I've never actually seen any other one since, but yeah.
No one will ever care about.
I care about mine.
Well, yes, of course, nostalgia. It's a powerful thing. So who's next?
Stout is.
Stout? All right.
Yay!
Go for it.
There was a sale recently on Box Connect, half off. It was only for one day, or else I would have done a video about it, but I didn't because I'm that person. Anyways,
he is actually.
Got Speed 1 and 2 here.
Hey,
$6.50.
Good old clanches.
There it is.
Yeah, I made the same joke.
French language.
It's like Speed 2, but on a bus instead of a boat.
I still like when Stout showed that. I said, "Oh, so you basically got Speed 1."
Yes. And it came with Speed 2 because they can't sell that. Anyway,
as a free bonus.
Another one that was $6.50. I already had the previous release, but it didn't work for whatever reason. I couldn't figure it out. disk authoring error, didn't want to work in the PS3, whatever it was.
I hate it
Just
when that shit happens.
didn't work, so I said, might as well get the new version of Home Alone, the 25th Anniversary Edition.
Yay! I might actually grab that.
I want that and the first sequel, and that's it.
To put it into perspective, $6.50 on this. This is a brand new title, and you can't find it anywhere for less than 10.
Awesome. And with the slipcover, no less.
Yeah.
Sex.
And I got
Pretty nice.
Empire Records for $5.
Really good movie too.
Very cool.
Never seen it.
Some Like It Hot for $5.
Oh, I love that fucking movie. That movie's so good.
It's the original with Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Awesome.
If you like Mrs. Doubtfire, you should check this one out.
Oh, and Tootsie. You should watch Tootsie too.
Tootsie is
Tootsie also, I mean.
hilarious.
Don't watch Tootsie 2. That's terrible. Just watch Tootsie also.
I didn't even know there was
Last
a...
but not least,
I don't like
$5. Lars and the Real Girl. This is a really good movie.
Just because you're so wet for Ryan Gosling.
Dude, he's a great actor.
He is so good.
I don't think I've seen a single thing he's been in yet.
Oh my god.
Something he's done at some point.
You're a bad
Shut the
person.
fuck up.
Make your
You
first
have
name Gosling.
to.
Like what?
Hold on, I'm gonna find out.
I haven't seen Drive.
Yeah, make that your first. Is what I was
Yes.
saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See Drive. Please.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I know, and I see it in the bargain bins all the time now. I should.
Fucking buy it already.
I will
Jesus.
grab it. I will buy it. Jesus.
Good. All right, hold on. Let me see here.
Well,
He was in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
You know, it might be easier if I look at IMDb because then I know what I've watched.
That's
Tale
true.
of Station 109.1.
Hey, Eric.
Wait, what's
That's
up?
right. He was young Hercules. Holy shit! I forgot about that.
Oh wow, never saw that.
Eric,
Oh,
if you open up the
Saw the
chat
original
on
Hercules.
the Hangout, I just threw my level code in there if you want to try it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was in Drunk History Christmas. I think I've seen that one.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sure it was the pinnacle of his career right there.
Thrash Fingers said what? Ebert gave Speed 2 3 out of 4. What?
I believe, honestly, like, obviously it's not a good movie, right? But it's entertaining-ish.
Oh.
It's not the worst movie ever.
I probably saw that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark as well. So I will have seen like 12-year-old Ryan Gosling in something.
I agree with you, Stout. I
That-
Oh my God.
That is
David
literally
Bowie.
the only thing I've
Me
seen.
too.
I haven't seen any of the movies he's been in. Like none of them. I don't even remember the Titans because fuck football.
I like watching Speed 2 primarily because it's so bad that it's good kind of thing. It's just like...
Yeah.
Fucking wrote this, and I love summertime. I love strolling down, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I love going to the theater for a sneak preview of the summer movie and buying popcorn and sitting back in my seat and enjoying a movie containing a chainsaw, an explosive device with a red digital readout that nobody will ever be able to see. A villain who travels with jars of leeches to suck the copper poisoning from his blood. A sweet girl and her lover on a Caribbean cruise. He just happens to be a member of the LAPD SWAT team.
Was this written by Jeff Messerman?
I swear to God, this is fucking brilliant. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, I thought it would last long.
What was that a review of?
Speed 2
Oh.
from
that works.
Ebert. From Ebert.
Wow, I thought that was a description of some kind of B horror movie. Like what
No!
Yeah, it was. Speed 2. Hello?
Yeah. Speed 2 is a pretty bad fucking movie. It's terrible.
Oh god.
I will probably
just got
also-
done saying it's entertaining, though. That's the thing.
I will probably own it with that Speed. I'll probably get Speed and Speed 2 double pack also at some point, you know?
Yeah.
Just
I've
because
got the Speed 1 Blu-ray. I'm good. I've never actually seen Speed 2 and I'm in no rush.
Oh, and if it matters to anybody, I did check on this, and this has the 20th anniversary edition of Speed. Shouldn't
Yay.
matter because, from what I can tell, it's literally just the exact same print as the
Awesome.
version. Just the same one.
Alright, anything else, Dad?
Nope, that's it. Done.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Oh, I got Star Wars Battlefront. There you go.
You got Sarah.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
Is that a Twin Peaks shirt?
No, it's just a shirt about the Adirondack high peaks of New York.
Oh, High Peaks.
Very
Oh,
exciting.
I was all excited for a second there.
I will start with a game I got first. One of my friends, one of his homebrew games for the Nintendo is called The Incident.
Ooh, nice cover.
It's put out by Kahan Games. It's a puzzle game.
I think I've bought a game from them before.
What
I have a few
happened
homebrews.
100 years ago? Cool, that looks so old school.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. He designed it, did all the box art and everything.
Nice.
I got The Hobbit Extended Trilogy on Blu-ray.
Yay! Now that's
I want
not
that
the
really
3D
bad.
version, right? That's just
Correct.
the 2D? Yeah.
Just
That's the version I want right there.
I really, really want that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And-
I just need to get the third one. I've been buying them as they come out.
Get that from them.
Eric, I do have the UV code. It's yours if you want it.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
I looked away and even I died.
It's all
that's
it
what you
takes in Mario World.
I also got this. Sean, I was telling you about this.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
I need to get that. I want the U.
Wasn't that like
Okay.
wasn't that like stupidly cheap?
It was like $6 and then another 7 shipping, so it was like 13 or 14 shipped.
Wow. And that's
Don't
the
they
complete
even know?
and that includes the
Doesn't
racing
start with
series.
a
does it not?
K, and-
Yep.
It's a 75 episode set?
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Dad, could you be more like loud?
Yeah.
Dino Riders.
Dino Riders!
I know. I need to get that. I really
Another
need.
one we've never had released over here.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, I was going good there.
Like every time there's been a Jurassic Park movie, I'm like, why is there no Dino Riders
Rights issues
on
probably.
DVD?
That's
No,
probably the
I
reason.
got this from Amazon.
Oh, there's always something like
Boy
that.
named Charlie Brown and Snoopy Come Home.
I need to get that one.
I was
Let's
surprised to
see
see in this
Snoop-
packaging. I thought Amazon is the picture is has the red case with a different cover, but they sent this one, which is fine.
That's the older version. They're just getting rid of the
Okay.
old stock.
Yeah, 'cause the newer one has like the slipcover that matches Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and I think the other one's You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, something like that.
Yeah. I
And-
love Snoopy Come From. It's my favorite of those.
Yeah.
And these last pickups I picked at that movie stop, they were having a deal like any DVD under $19.99 was $4.99, I think.
Nice.
Oh,
So I got the Andy Milanakis show.
Oh my god. You paid too much. I remember that guy when he was discovered. He was doing like basically video blogs pre-YouTube. And it was just him doing a bunch of random bullshit and goofing off in front of the camera. MTV picked it up and gave him his own show. And guess what? That's what his fucking show is. It's like 13 episodes of him goofing off and doing random bullshit. And you just want to slap the shit out of him.
I also picked up Ernest Saves Christmas.
There you go.
Oh, well, is that a... Well, hold on, another window. That DVD? Or? Oh, you got the
It's
DVD. I thought you got imported like a Blu-ray. I'm like, where'd you get that? I need to buy that.
And then I saw this, which I had to get, Amanada's Jug Band Christmas with Kermit.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if anybody's seen the special, but
That's an old one, eh?
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
And then last but not least, I've been waiting for this to get a nice price drop there. Silverhawks, Volume 1.
Nice. I still need volume 2 of that.
Yeah, that's expensive
But,
as shit.
It's because
reprint.
it's an it's an MOD title, so
Oh, that's
Same
right.
thing.
it will never come down in price.
Nope. It'll only go up in price.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Seasons of Night Court, 4 through 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, exactly like that.
Seasons of what?
Night Court.
Oh,
Those-
Night Court.
Yeah, 4 through 10 or whatever, or 6 through 10 is all manufactured on demand.
Yeah.
Sorry, I called it print on demand. It's basically
That's
the same
nice.
thing, but
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Eric's playing my level.
Oh, did you design that one?
Wait, is that the one I did, Eric?
Yeah, so I've been trying it for the last like 10 minutes.
And
Because you're a dick.
handed to you. Holy shit! Goomba explosion.
because you're a
Uh,
bad person. That's
It
why.
is beatable, though.
So it
It has to be beatable.
It has to be beatable because
Yeah.
they won't let you submit it if you haven't beaten it.
Well, what I have discovered as of late
That's what
is
she
there
said.
are levels with very secret hidden blocks that make them very stupidly easy to beat.
Oh, you
That
dick!
makes
You put a turtle in a question mark block?
Oh no! You want to see what's even more evil? Check this out. Let me kind of get rid of these Goombas here. Look at Goomba, Koopa,
Ah.
and Koopa.
Ah, that's just mean.
Right?
Oh, and on top of this one,
Kill the Koopa on top, yeah.
another Koopa.
You're a dick. You're a bad person. You should feel bad. What the fuck?
Oh, and maybe it is.
Ground is covered in piranha planes? Bitch.
Oh, and you got flying Goombas in there.
Ah,
Oh,
that
Jesus!
always changes me on the head.
Shit.
Fucking
All
Christ.
it takes is a pixel.
Yeah, that's right. So,
I could just picture Quack having a smile on his face the whole time he was creating that level.
Oh, you just wait, Quack, until I send you a QR code to one of my levels that I
face.
made.
I do like how right off the bat, though, you can rack up a bunch of one-ups. That's kind of cool. There
they're
you go.
not worth
Now
it,
you got
guys.
it. You got it.
Yeah,
You
right.
got it. You got it. Yeah.
Trying
Now
to
you're
get him.
playing with power.
The one-ups aren't worth it.
Oh shit.
You know.
This is what you need to do. Get him down there and get the fuck
And then
away
die.
from me,
Yes,
Goomba.
that's what you need to do.
I have seen people play this game.
He's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I
Level
don't care about one-ups.
They
Well,
find
the
a
one-ups
level-
don't mean anything in the single.
That's what I
level.
was saying. Yeah,
Oh, really?
they don't mean anything.
Oh, well, that's
But-
just
Yeah, because
silly.
you just keep replaying it.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck
I've
you.
seen somebody play one level for like freaking 5 hours simply because.
Oh my god, I seen
I'm
that.
trying
Yeah.
to beat this, and I beat
Feel
the
that.
official hardest level from PAX East this year.
Oh, really?
I beat it in like 5 tries. And this is like my
That's not the
20th
hardest
try
level.
trying to beat yours.
Oh my god, they're coming after you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So they hop over the little
So
thing.
get
And
those
it's
out
like,
of the
"Alright."
way.
They get the right pattern. One or two will hop out over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
How long does it take to usually make a level?
Not very
Depends on how
long.
long you want to make it.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Oh!
I was looking past it because the larger ones will break through and keep moving forward.
I was waiting to see you. I
Damn,
thought you were
that's
going to
how you
grab it and
start
then
the
send it
level?
in there to get the Goombas, but.
Yeah, Formula 1, you can't do that.
I just think it's funny that he starts off with like a bunch of shit coming at you at the beginning of the level.
Oh, yeah. Like, you have to like move as soon as you start.
Yeah, that's you're a bad person for that. You really
Underlined
are.
All right,
You know
I
what?
think. I don't know. I haven't played this in a while, but I think the key is you just gotta go quick.
Well, I'm
Spending too much time thinking about it. I designed this level, but I think
Whoa!
what you're doing is oh shit,
oh
nice.
Oh.
fucking Goomba.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this is
This game will give you a glazed look like no other. I swear, just the look on your face of just, I hate everything.
all right.
Oh yeah, they just made
I'll
that.
leave.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
a story, guys. I have a story.
Oh god.
It involves Sherlock here. This is good
Oh,
time.
oh yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
What happened? Oh my
Okay,
god.
so-
yes.
I spent all day moving shit, and we come home and we have to bring shit in the house. So we leave the door open, we're moving the stuff in the house, and our neighbor comes over and we all go over to start talking to him. And we continue moving, and I sit down, I'm like, where the fuck is my cat? I'm calling her.
I see you
Can't
smiling.
find her. She's just mad at me because I haven't talked to her all fucking day. 'Cause it happens.
Yeah.
And so I sit down right here and I just go Sherlock, and I hear "Meow." I'm like, oh fuck, is she trapped somewhere? Because we
Yeah.
had to scare because we thought Thumper had climbed underneath the house via like a crawl space door,
Oh yeah.
right? So I was like, oh fuck, is she in the house or something? Like Sherlock, and I call her again. She meows again. I'm like, hold on. I walk out. I'm like, hold on, I want my cat in. My dad goes, what? And I walk to the back door. I open the door, and Sherlock walks in like, hey, what's up? I was ready to come in. I was like, hey,
It's just like nothing happened.
yeah, like nothing's wrong.
She was just out exploring and having adventures all day while you were doing
Yeah.
these other things.
And, I also, when we were talking to the neighbor, we found out the neighbor is the local UPS guy.
Oh yeah. Oh cool.
So, and I was like, oh, you're my best friend. I get a package every week.
That's awesome. Well, good. I'm
Oh,
glad
you're
your
his
life
best
is
friend.
okay.
That means he can go home and get something to eat when he goes to.
That's true.
I think
I
you-
tried doing that. It just doesn't fucking work.
I'm like completely mesmerized by watching Eric play this level. It makes me really want to get.
I'll leave it. I'll leave it up on the big screen for everybody for a bit. I'm gonna go make some popcorn. I'll be back.
You, Sean.
Jump up, please. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
The cord won't reach.
So yeah, my cat.
There's all of you.
Yes, there you go.
I wish I had a camera to put on my cat so I could see what had happened. Like, I want to know where she went,
YOLO.
what happened, what other animals she encountered. Like, you know.
This is where it gets fun right here.
Yes, I've already gotten past to this part because you dick cheese, but
What the fuck, Quack?
no.
Really?
I don't usually play these levels, so I'm kind of done with that.
That is the dumbest thing you've ever done, Quack. I hate you. You
Yeah,
Hitler.
I'll send
You
you a-
Hitler. You Hitler.
Well,
You're,
no, I told
you're
you
Mario
no.
Hitler.
Why did you keep playing? I told you no.
Fuck you,
Stop.
Hitler level. Fuck you.
Speaking of Hitler, did anybody check out that new show on Amazon
No,
Prime?
I don't have.
Speaking of Hitler,
Yeah, it's a.
I
No,
really
this
want
new
to.
show where it's like, you know, if the Germans had won World War II and what life would be like here. It's
Is
really
it-
creepy, like throughout the trailer. Here, let me find it.
I'm actually
Is it
curious
based
about
on?
the
It's
comments
based on a
your
Philip K.
course.
Dick story, right?
It is based on a book. Yeah, what is it? Man,
Yeah.
what's it called?
In
Well, I
the
want
High
to see
Castle.
it, but I
Man
Man in the
in
High
the
Castle.
Castle, yeah.
Man in the High Castle.
But you gotta like watch it and just listen to the
Speaking of Hitler,
the background. You know, because they're singing the like the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem, but it's like really fucked up. You know, the changes they made with it. There it is. In the group chat.
So what is? Oh wait. I was gonna ask everybody a question, but I think. Oh, I was gonna ask everybody. Well, after y'all watch the trailer, if y'all do that, I'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this real quick. I'll post it in the chat for everyone. And not tell Sean. Sorry, guys, for watching this later. You snooze, you lose for I don't know. That's mean.
it's a trailer for Man in the High Castle.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, Quack. Try it. Try that one. This is.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm gonna roll that back again. I want to watch that again. Wait, what?
Let's see if I can use this up here.
And for people who can't see it, then I will also play this level just to show my awesomeness and not my total dicketry and level creation.
I want my country back. Whoa.
It has a clear rate of 10% even.
Oh my goodness. Well, now I want to see this. Was it just the first episode that premiered, or the whole series?
No, I think it's like the whole, you know, just like a season dropping on Netflix.
Well, shit. I'm gonna have to see this. I'm gonna have to devour this.
Yeah, well, you'll need Amazon Prime for that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll get the hold of that to watch it. Want to watch it at least out when I get my Amazon Prime?
Yes, I also want to watch Workaholics with you. Get
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
I will also. Yes.
I will also get that when I get Amazon Prime.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying.
Yes. Christmas. Yeah. For Christmas.
Isn't there a holiday film? Oh yeah, Christmas.
I have to buy everyone else presents first. Alright, yeah, that looks fucking badass. Webmaster Mike was telling me about it, like telling me he really liked it and I should check it out. And he said he didn't want to tell me anything about it, but that I should see it. And I was like, alright.
Yeah, Eric.
I'm gonna wait for Sean to get back before I ask my question.
Alright.
What do I think of Peck Quinn?
Oh, Jail said that we should watch Gotham.
Gotham.
I love Gotham. I've been watching it since
Saw the first 2 episodes. It was alright.
second season's amazing.
Yeah. I hear there's a writer's room shift that happened for the next season, and I guess people are worried about it. Anyway, yeah, I saw the first 3 episodes of Gotham. I thought it was alright. Right now, I'm still behind on everything. Like I'm still behind on Arrow and Supernatural and Flash and Power Rangers and like a whole bunch of crap. Of course, I'm behind on Power Rangers, and yet I'm rewatching from the beginning like a weirdo.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You shut your poor mouth. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Yeah.
There's something wrong with that.
Fuck! You bastard! You fooled me! Fool me once and shame on you, and fool me twice and shame on you, fucker. Why are you doing that twice?
Fool me, can't fool again.
In Spanish, and you say, well, in Spanish, it's centavo.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Justin, we gotta get back to Supernatural.
Does everybody have Netflix, like instant? Does everybody have it?
Me and Justin both do.
Yeah, so do I.
Have you guys seen
Cass has Canadian instant.
Narcos?
No, how is it?
No,
I wanted
It's
to check that
so
out.
good. It
I
is
hear it's
so
really good. Well, it's a Netflix show, so it's at least worth watching. Yeah.
Well, apparently it's the most popular show on Netflix right now, which I was like, really?
It's so good. I watched
good.
it like when it first came on. I was like, "What's this?"
Eric, I hate that level. I'd actually play that one.
It forces you to do a fight with Bowser.
Yeah.
That's fun. This is another one that I made.
Oh yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes of Ash vs. Evil Dead. Fucking gold. Love that show. You need to watch.
Yeah, isn't it? It's so good.
I don't get AMC, so I can't record it on TV. I can't record Walking Dead. Sorry, and I don't get Stars, so I can't record Ash vs. Evil Dead, and I don't have Amazon Prime, so I can't watch Man in the High Castle. I can't watch things essentially.
I really want to get Amazon Prime, mainly because that's where, like when Woody Allen does his TV show, that's like what he has a deal through.
Oh right.
And I just think it's about time for me to get Amazon Prime. I wait all year and then get the trial, and then I just order everything I possibly can during that trial.
They got some good shows on there too.
Yeah.
I just finished watching Red Oaks. It's kind of like a Caddyshack comedy. It's pretty good.
I need to see what is that? Scrotal Recall. That's the one. Dad refuses because it's got the word scrotal in it, so he just refuses to watch it. So I just have to sit and watch it because it actually looks like it's gonna be funny.
I just started watching Transparent too.
He's just being silly, but still. I would have to say Hemlock Grove is not a recommendation. It's the one Netflix show. It was okay. The thing, here's my thing with Hemlock Grove. It feels like this great universe. Everyone feels like there's like this history and this past, and that part's really cool. And the acting is meh, and the writing is meh, and every episode is like okay enough. Like you're watching that episode and you lose interest halfway through, but then it catches your interest at the end, and that's every fucking episode all the way into the end of the series. And you realize, was that really worth it? No, I've seen the first 2 seasons. I haven't seen the third, and I hear it's bad. I don't even think. I think I'm just done with that show. That's one Netflix original that I can't recommend. It's only getting 3 seasons. This is the last season. They let the writers wrap up their story apparently. So.
I always wondered how that was. I haven't.
It's alright.
Checked it out.
It feels like White Wolf and Twilight fucked, and I just wish it was more White Wolf and less Twilight. And I like that they went with some of the less typical canon for vampires and werewolves and other shapeshifters and psychics, and they have like all these other like, and there's a gargoyle apparently, and all sorts of other crazy shit. Like, and I like that part about it, but then just the human melodrama is crap. It's not good human melodrama. Like Supernatural. Supernatural.
Shut up, Fred. Oh, Quack, there's a little secret for Mario Maker.
What is it?
What's going on?
Fuck. Holy shit, just get out of there.
Look at this buddy, he's just doing it on purpose.
It does it to get
I don't
away.
know.
Wow, Eric, your hand looks really silky soft there.
But no, there's a little secret that when you go to start any level, right when Mario like jumps up and appears right before the name, hold down B, A, and down on the D-pad, and it will turn everything into CRT mode.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah, let me see if I can demonstrate that real quick here. Go to Course World.
So yeah, Hemlock Grove is like Twilight meets White Wolf, but not enough White Wolf and too much Twilight.
So yeah, when all that, you just hold that down, it goes.
Lots of boobs.
Kind of hard to tell,
That's
but
your thing.
yeah, I'm gonna chew around with it now.
Oh, that's kind of cool. CRT mode.
Nice.
Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Popcorn.
Hey,
Yay,
Sean.
popcorn.
Welcome
What the
back.
hell happened?
And Indiana Jones and Royal
No.
Crane de Crystal bucket coming out on 22 May.
What happened, Sean? What happened?
I think I slightly miscalculated how much popcorn to put in the bottom of the pot.
Popcorn.
It started to overflow.
No,
I was
it's popcorn.
frantically trying to pick it up and put it in the bucket before it went all over the place, and then some went under the burner, and I'm like, fuck, no.
The joys
Gotcha.
of
A little
love.
bit of chaos. Goddamn, it's good. Orville Redenbacher really is the best.
I was just gonna say, right before you jumped up and left, Sean. Speaking of cats,
Uh-huh.
there's something we have to share with everyone.
Yes.
Sean has a cat?
Do you have the link?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you give the link to everybody, and we'll all watch it right now.
Yes, and there it is in the chat as well.
Oh, I've seen this.
So this is a nice little video from, I gather, some kind of little local animal shelter. Basically just showing a cute, adorable cat that's available for adoption. And his name is Pinky.
Holy crap.
This is old.
This video looks like dog shit in 4K.
Uh-huh.
Wow,
This
look
video-
at those macro blocks. They're
Uh-huh.
huge.
Just want to let you know, Sean, that this video is very, very, very old.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Most
This
people
video
have
was
probably
out
already
I'm
seen it.
huge.
96.
Okay, who cares?
For
Let's
you
watch
guys.
it.
I'm
Okay.
huge.
Everybody ready?
I'm cute as well, yep.
Alright. You want to count down cast or me?
I'll do it.
Alright.
The ready in 3, 2, 1, play.
Holding him wrong. You're petting him wrong. You're agitating the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you did it wrong. Ah. Careful. Oh my god.
Get in the box. Get in the box.
No, don't just pull it. No, you idiot. Grab him by the scruff. Back of his neck. Oh, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
Such a dumbass.
Oh, you deserve all the claw marks, all of your fucking shitty legs.
Oh my god, shut up, Brandon.
Shit.
Yeah. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Eat it, you fuck. Get. Right in your nuts, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
Wow, Brandon, chill the fuck out. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
appreciate people mistreating their animals, alright?
Mistreating. You just had him on a leash, for God's sake. Jesus.
Number one, cat shouldn't be on a leash.
Yeah,
No.
you can't put a cat on a fucking leash. It's
Well, I know.
Might as well be
Hey.
a noose.
It wasn't deliberate. It's not like he was beating the crap out of the cat. He was just
No,
obviously
he was just holding the leash and trying to get the cat to calm down.
He's not
Relationship
good with
status.
cats. That's clear.
Facebook
Clearly,
begins
but
testing tools
Jesus
to let
Christ.
people manage interactions with exes. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Okay, now that Sean's back, I was gonna ask the question of, I'm sure everybody's already read it by now, but what does everybody think about all the comments that are coming from George Lucas in regarding the new Star Wars films?
I actually have heard nothing about it. I've heard a little bit of hearsay.
someone want to paraphrase in a way that doesn't sound like he's an asshole like me. Like if I said it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I would make him sound like an ass too.
Yeah.
Well,
I
do we have a link to the actual quote?
Okay, so
Yeah.
apparently,
I'll put it in the
An
chat.
asshole.
apparently he feels like the.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's find the actual quotes here.
Okay, why don't you just read the article? Shit.
Alright, I just posted it in the chat.
Alright, hold on.
Just one of the million links to the actual.
Alright, hold on.
Crunchy rectify.
Alright, hold on. Okay, so this is an article from Zap to It.
I try to be impartial while you read these.
Stay. Star Wars douchebag creator. No, okay. Star Wars creator and original director George Lucas had little involvement with the forthcoming Star Wars The Force Awakens, but he recently confirmed it was to be his last film with the franchise. Quote, the issue was ultimately they looked at the stories and they said, we want to make something for the fans, Lucas tells Charlie Rose on CBS this morning. People don't actually realize it's actually a soap opera and it's all about family problems. It's not about spaceships. After selling his Lucasfilm to Disney in 2012, the creator states that he has officially ended his relationship with the franchise that made him a household name. He continues, so they decided they didn't want to use those stories. They decided they were going to do their own thing, so I decided, fine, I'll go my way and let them go their way. The famous creator says that he will have absolutely nothing to do with the installments to follow. Release dates for episodes 8 and episode 9 have been announced for 2017 and 2019 respectively. Lucas further explains in an interview with Vanity Fair why he decided to back off from episode 7, The Force Awakens. Quote, you go to make a movie and all you do is get criticized, he says. People try to make decisions about what you're going to do before you do it. It's not much fun. You can't experiment. You have to do it a certain way. Although the Star Wars films have strayed away from Lucas's original vision, the filmmaker says that he has other stories on the horizon. I will be directing movies, but not movies generally that will be shown anywhere, Lucas says. Star Wars The Force Awakens hits theaters December 18th.
That was actually way more balanced than a lot of other articles that I've read. And even in the interview, he comes across as kind of like a bitter man.
Now,
Really?
here's the thing. George Lucas says, oh, you can't do what you want. I'm like, motherfucker, you made Star Wars. You were making money hand over fist, and you tell me you couldn't do whatever you wanted? Fuck off.
Yeah.
You have Star Wars. You could have just been like this. All right, we're fuck Fox, fuck other people. We're just gonna launch it digitally. We're making a new movie. I'm gonna make whatever I fucking want, and all you have to do is pay this fee. And we're gonna make TV shows. We're gonna make our own streaming service, and it's gonna be called Star Wars streaming. And he could have just, and people would have ate that shit up. People would have paid for that, and he could have just making hand over fist, making whatever the fuck he wanted for the rest of his life. But no. Nope, he can't do what he wants. What the fuck that bullshit? You're a millionaire, billionaire. You own a fucking studio. Okay? Like, for fuck's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
To me, he's always had this thing about, like, I understand, like, the artist is, the artist, definitely is, like, basically one of them, like, deserves, a say in making his own film.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel like he just is so angry because there's such a fan backlash against him for what, and so he comes across in interviews and everything. It's just like a bitter man because he's pissed off at the fans, and then he kind of just shrugs it off and says, "Well, I'm into experimental filmmaking anyways, so like I don't care if any." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just.
And I wish him the best. I hope he makes all the films to his heart's content, because if that's what makes him happy, then I think he should be happy. Like everybody else deserves to be happy, you know?
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't begrudge him at all. I just like, seriously, it's about familial
I've seen,
problems? No, it's about spaceships, you asshole.
Yeah, I've seen him say things along those lines before. Basically, just that he got tired of all the constant criticism from the fans and the backlash and whatnot.
Right.
When he was just trying to make the movies he wanted to make. And that was one of the reasons that, I think it was around the time that Disney bought Lucasfilm, actually, is one of the reasons he was talking about just kind of handing over the reins.
And I would say, why do you give a fuck what they say if you're making movies for yourself? Who gives a shit? Just make your goddamn movies.
Well, it's a little different when you're just making movies that are only going to play in a few indie theaters versus something that's going to be seen the world over. I mean,
why?
The backlash, well,
yeah.
Okay, have you ever had, like, literally hundreds of, gazillions of people criticizing your shit? No, it's going to have an impact.
I just don't give a fuck if someone criticizes me.
But
I
you know
don't
what?
care.
Yeah, but you've never had someone criticize you on the scale that George Lucas has. Like, the sheer volume of people and the sheer volume of backlash. None of us have. None of us probably ever will. But you can't say that you would react that way because you don't know.
I really hope I just say, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I really do. Because
my thing is that, like, the same interview... I don't know if it was the same interview, but it's been around the same time that he's been on this, like, going to interviews and doing all this stuff, which just so happens to be the same month that, or within, a month of A Force Awakens opening, which I think is not a coincidence. But he, the interviewer was basically like, one of the interviews was like, I love your first film, talking about THX, and like they're saying, I love that film, and he's like, well, nobody else did, and then. That's when they asked him, well, what are you going to do now? And, like, they were actually showed an interest in what he's doing next. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it. You're not going to see it anywhere. Like,
yeah.
I don't, maybe it is because of the backlash, but I just feel like, I don't know, like, the fans are really what made him as famous as he is, as rich as he is. I mean, I think they deserve a little bit of respect in that era, like, in that area, like, I don't know. And I'm sure a lot of it is, and, like, they asked him what his favorite character was, and he was like, well, I love all of them. And then he said, but my favorite's Jar Jar. That's basically, so it's...
Oh, that's him just being a troll. Come on.
Yeah. So...
I respect George Lucas as a human being, all right? I disagree with him on his opinions about Star Wars, and that's the way it goes,
Well, okay. Now I'm going to share my thoughts on this, okay?
All right, here we go.
Oh, boy.
You wait patiently.
So, the first Star Wars movie, if you look at it very much, is, as he says, a space opera. It's a soap opera in space, right? And there are several elements of it, the way that the editing is done, the way that they do wipes from one scene to another, that are taken from some of those earlier movies and stuff like that. But
movie serials in particular.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back and watch Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe, you will see so much stuff you can recognize from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, there's also a lot of elements of the Western in there as well, which he doesn't talk about, but it's there.
And that's actually... it's actually elements of the samurai film, which is influenced by the Western. So it's actually tertiarily clear. Kurosawa, his main influence.
Prove it, but whatever.
Just saying,
Anyways, what I would say is that what it became, even after like the second and third film, which he was behind, but he didn't necessarily have everything to do with that. He had, I would say, less creative control over those. What it became after that was not what it was originally, and I feel like what he wanted it to be, maybe after all that, he wanted to return it back to the roots of soap opera and whatever, but it was too late. It had already become the monster that it was. It had already become the space battle thing that everybody loves, the super nerdy, awesome thing that everybody loves.
But, I mean, there's still that soap opera aspect to it, and there has to be. It is still a continuing story. It is still a serialized story.
There's still drama, interpersonal and otherwise,
Yeah.
And it's got that, but that's like kind of in the background. That's like something that you have to look for to actually see the real like the deeper meaning behind it and whatnot, which I can see already just looking in the trailer for Force Awakens, by the way. So when he says, "Well, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't the story that I had in mind," I just can't help but think back to those fucking Mr. Plinkett videos that we watched of him talking about the. What he wanted to do with the new Indiana Jones movies and all that. Like, yeah, you had a lot of control over those, and over that last one, and that one didn't do too well, did it? Like, you have good ideas, but you need people to rein you in, because if you go crazy with your ideas, people will fucking hate them because you're going too far.
Well,
I think that it's a delicate idea. It's like, no. We need like 5% Lucas, not 500%, all right? We know you're bigger than life, but no.
Well,
maybe 25%. I'm just saying. Maybe
the problem was, like with the, with the first Star Wars, it was his dream project, it was his labor of love, and there was a lot to it as far as subtext and archetypes and playing around with mythology and homage to the old serials and such. Then when it turned into a huge hit. You look at the second and third ones, the second one in particular being the most, well-regarded for many good reasons. It's just a fantastic movie. There was a lot of other people involved in the creative process. I mean, Lucas did not write the screenplay for that.
They wouldn't let him direct, I think.
He didn't direct it. He was basically an idea man. He said, this is the basic gist of the plot. Here's sort of the major beats we want to hit. And then, and what was it? Lawrence Kasdan wrote the script.
Yeah, right. He wrote the screenplay that was previously wrote. What was their name? Like Lee Brackett, and they just.
Yeah, I think so. And so they rewrote it. They did the screenplay.
And that's what they're doing with the new movie, by the way. Just throwing that in.
I believe it's Lawrence Kasdan again, isn't it? They brought him back.
Lawrence Kasdan and J.J. Abrams doing a rewrite of a script that was done by Michael Arndt. But.
But not even, and I can see like Lucas is kind of. It feels like Lucas is kind of buttered that they didn't take his idea. That's what it feels like. And I'm not saying that he is. It says that he comes off that way. So there's a difference.
Yeah. So we had the second and third ones, episodes 5 and 6, which are really well regarded, and it was more of a creative melting pot of ideas and talented people. And then you had the prequels, where George Lucas was the man in charge of everything, writing, directing, editing, had final say on everything. And you look at the behind-the-scenes stuff, and it is completely clear he is completely surrounded by yes men who are terrified of saying no to him, and that really hurt the whole thing, I think, by not having someone else who's a little more experienced and whatnot at screenwriting, for example. Taking a couple passes at the script to polish it up and make things actually work better.
Kind of unfuck things.
Yeah, like visually, like the visuals and everything are spectacular, and that's fine. I have no problem with the visuals and how he wanted to show, have a lot of shit on screen because this is the Republic at the height of its power, so it's very busy and things are happening. Like I get that, and I think that like visually it works fine, but in terms of the story and the script and characters and stuff, they really felt underdeveloped and just not anywhere near as compelling as the original. And I think that's why. So yes, the fans blame Lucas for that because it was Lucas's show, damn it. So there's no one else to blame.
And he should have just kept doing whatever the fuck he wanted and said, fuck it. Then don't watch my movies if you don't like them. Stop going to see the Star Wars movies you hate the direction I'm putting them in, fuck. I don't give a fuck if you watch him. That's what he should have said. But
he needs, if you look at his work that he had all that control over, it's just not as good as the work where he's being reined in.
Yeah.
And that's just it. George Lucas is great when it comes to coming up with ideas and whatnot. He's great when it comes to certain aspects of filmmaking, but
he's just not good at fleshing out his ideas.
Yeah, he's not the perfect guy all around. You know what I mean? just like anybody else, he needs fucking help. So when nobody's actually helping him and they're all, like Sean said, just yes men saying yes to everything he does, not making any edits, not making any changes whatsoever, there's the problem, is that you've got one guy who's essentially making all the decisions to make everything on the set.
Right.
And everyone else is just saying good enough. And that's the problem.
Yeah,
You need
Rhodes is
somebody to
cashing
say,
a check,
actually,
you know?
this could be better. Let me take a pass at it, like Sean was saying.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that, that's what happens with the prequels. That's
And
what
also,
happens.
no, you also look at this. When he did the first movie, he had rewritten that script dozens of times.
Yeah.
He had refined it. He had fine-tuned it, and none of the prequels were fine-tuned. He probably went with his first or second drafts. You know.
Yeah.
He probably
He
paid
basically-
someone to clean it up, like the fuck ups, and you know.
I
think-
personally love the prequels, but they are not at all like the magic isn't there.
They're
Like,
not
it's-
very good.
Yeah.
They're alright.
There are
Magic.
aspects,
I see them as
of
two-
it that I enjoy, but
completely separate entities.
The
as
world
we're-
is beautiful. I love that. The
yeah,
universe.
that's what I was saying. Like, visually, like a lot of it looks really cool.
Coruscant is my favorite part.
Yeah, of course, the planet that is one gigantic city.
Yep.
Awesome, but
I'm a huge sucker for like really complex and dramatic like political intrigue and stuff, and I really feel like that's why I like the prequels because of that. But then I feel like towards like Revenge of the Sith, it just a lot of the like they could have drawn out some more of those ideas a little bit more instead of just kind of feeling rushed like it did. So
Yeah.
I do think they're flawed, but
Well,
I like them for what they
and
are.
I guess I remember reading an interview that, like years and years and years ago. He actually doesn't like working with actors on location, which is why he shot all the prequels on green screen practically,
yeah.
Mhm.
or most of it, a big chunk of it. But a lot of actors not even interacting because he's just dealing with one actor then. And I totally understand that actors can be a pain in the ass, dude. You have no goddamn idea. Prima donnas all around, trust me.
Well, I definitely wanted to bring that up tonight because I think that would have started some good conversation about
I
it.
think from what little I've seen of Lucas's remarks, I think people are kind of blowing them out of proportion.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's more just, I don't even know if he's really even expressing disappointment rather than just making an observation.
It really just comes to me like it. I think it's just watching the interview and just maybe it's just his body language. I don't know, but to me, he kind of came off like that. But I still understand where he's coming from. Like I can understand it from his perspective.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I as much as he tried to brush it off, I mean, I know that if I was in his place, I would be lying if I said that all of the backlash would not affect me. It would just be. You can only take so much. I mean, it does wear you down.
Because you're human.
Yeah, well, exactly. And people just keep continually telling you, you suck, you suck, you suck, after saying for decades prior to that, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing. Like.
Yeah, he got built up and ripped down by the public real fucking hard in the late 90s.
There you go. It's like,
Like
Yeah,
dude, there's gonna be a movie. Mark my words, I'm gonna turn like 60, and there's gonna be a movie, and it's gonna be a Lucas story, and it's gonna be about like this dramatic movie about his man torn apart by the people who loved him, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna laugh.
Can you
I love
imagine?
that shit.
Can you imagine that kind of movie like written by like Aaron Sorkin? Like,
I know. I'll fucking see it too.
Starring Ryan Gosling as George Lucas.
Directed by Michael Mann. You know. No, John. Yeah.
No, but on that same note, I remember reading an interview with Matthew McConaughey a while back, and at the time he was doing a lot of romantic comedies and whatnot, and things that really did not show what a good actor he actually
Oh,
is.
such a good actor.
And he was asked by the interviewer, so like, how come you do so many romantic comedies? And he said it's just because he likes them. He thinks they're just stupid and funny, and he enjoys doing them.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it in a nutshell. And what do you think about the way people talk about those movies? And he says, I stopped reading what people say about my movies and me years ago because it's like they're so fickle. Like 1 second they love you, the next second they hate you, then they love you again, then they hate you again, and it's like, who the fuck cares?
It's like living with a bipolar mother.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Mhm.
So guess who wouldn't be affected?
Yeah, but so I think that his take on it is very, similar, in that after having in George Lucas's case, see him as Matthew McConaughey in 40 years, you know.
Oh my God, Matthew McConaughey as George Lucas. You've got my money.
There you go.
I would
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Have
But,
you seen Mud yet, Sean?
Huh?
Have you seen Mud?
No.
Oh my goodness, you need to see that movie. It's also in the budget bins.
Hmm.
It is so good. Another one of those really great films. Sorry, Matthew McConaughey. That's why I brought it up.
Awesome.
Later.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing. Is like, it must be difficult to be in the public eye all the time, and some shrug it off, some don't.
Right.
And when you've been in the public eye to the extent that George Lucas has, I think that it wouldn't surprise me at all if it's just kind of worn him down over the years.
It's got to have an effect.
Well,
That's
yeah.
it.
Well, let me tell you right now, surround yourself with yes men is certainly not going to help his self-esteem.
No, it isn't.
That's my thing. He needs to build his own fucking self-esteem back up and figure this shit out. And I want to see what experimental movies I would pay money to go see an experimental film by George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Like 2.5 hours of like gibbering mess, I'd still fucking watch it. I respect him enough to give him the fucking chance.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, also, we're sitting here going, when, I love you, I hate you, kind of thing that has happened, and it kind of barraged and brought him down. How did that I hate you come to be?
Well, it was the prequels.
It was the prequels. It was
Jar Jar Binks, actually.
It was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
Acting.
We're sitting here feeling a little bit of sadness and remorse for the fact that he was barraged so hard and he brought him down to this point. So that was like, well, it wouldn't have been if he was just reined in like he was in the original movies.
Well, that's what you're saying.
But hold on, poor performance does not equate worthy of getting berated like that. Child rapist, sure, I mean, you should totally.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's justified, but I'm saying that it could have been avoided.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It could have been very easily avoided if he had just, not terrified his people into becoming yes men.
Yeah.
No, if people weren't just terrified. See, George Lucas needs people like us, because we'd be like, no, George. No, that's a terrible idea.
No, just go stick next to one of the
I'll tell the truth. That won't be me. Like, no, that's not a very good idea. And maybe you shouldn't.
Or that's or that is a good idea, but the way it's being presented would work better like this.
Or that's really great. Now, what if you went with this direction?
See, what George Lucas needed, just as an example for the prequels, he needed somebody who he could go to and say, so I've got this idea for a character named Jar Jar Binks, and this is some of his dialogue. And the guy looks at it and says, yeah, this guy sounds retarded. Nobody's going to like this guy.
This guy sounds retarded and mildly racist. We should probably not do this.
Yeah.
Like, I know where you're coming from with that, and I know what you're trying to do here, and it's like,
some of this is good.
It's not necessarily bad. I'm just saying that this particular character would go down in history as the worst Star Wars character.
It's not bad. It's not a bad idea to have this kind of character. It's a bad version of that character.
I remember his original argument about when people questioned him after the first prequel came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking him, like, what the hell were you thinking with Jar Jar Binks? Like, what were you thinking? And his response was literally kind of like our real life response about aliens is the whole, the universe is infinite. The creatures could come in any way, shape, form, size, sound, speech. Doesn't matter. So he wanted to show that there could be some very off-the-wall, wacky, blah characters out there in this serious story. And it's just like, okay, yeah, I
respect that concept.
I get what you're saying, but you created this universe.
I would have said maybe you should change the way you execute it differently. It's not a bad idea, just execute it differently.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind the character models of like the
Jar Jar.
what they're called. Yeah, I don't mind the character models. The Gungans. I think that the Boss Nass I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind
that character. I don't mind that character model, but if Jar Jar Binks had maybe been like more of a scrappy kind of a almost Han Solo character, That
the
would have
voice
been
hadn't
more
been so bad.
interesting.
Not so much of a bumbler.
If it would
Yes.
have been slapsticky but way better executed, it would have been okay too. Like there's nothing
I
wrong
think-
with slapstick per se. It's just
You know,
tone
The
it back,
voice.
dial it back a little bit.
I think one of the
back, you know.
one of the big issues was, I mean, yes, great, it's a big universe, there's all different kinds of aliens, fine, I get that, I understand that, I totally agree. However, we have not had these kind of bumbling, you know, goofy characters as main characters in the story. They're more just kind of been
It was
characters in the
It was
background.
shocked of the system.
No, we already had them.
Yeah.
They were called R2D2 and C3PO. You couldn't replace them.
Mhm.
Which and they didn't, obviously.
Now they are with
They're in those
BB-8.
movies. It's like,
Yeah.
why do you need this guy?
Yeah, we already have R2 and D2 and C3PO. It works for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's-
Laura and Hardy.
That's
It
the
works.
big problem with episode 1, actually, is that it's way too long. There's way too much going on.
Yeah.
It's so dense.
I just think with
Brandon,
George,
you mentioned Boss Nass, and the first thing that always comes to mind when I see that
Justin
is
did, but yeah.
Gungan. It's a Gungan version of I cannot think tonight.
He cannot bring. He has the
They're not brain today.
I has the dumb. Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god! I'm fucking
While you're thinking of that, I'm gonna read Deuterly Conduct's
Just blurt it out when you
comment
think
here.
Figure it out.
Deuterly Conduct says, end of episode 7. Kylo Ren holds Darth Vader's helmet in hand and takes off helmet with 2 fissures popping out of the hood. Nisa, avenge you, Annie.
You know what's funny?
The answer is Jabba the Hutt.
And that's why they didn't go with George Lucas's version.
From what we have seen, that could be a Gungan in there. I'm just saying. Not necessarily
Gungan
Jar
the
Jar,
Hutt.
but a Gungan. All right.
That's Boss Nass's Gungan the Hutt. There you go.
Gungan the Hutt. Wow.
Mhm.
That's what I was trying to think of. Jabba the Hutt. Why
Yeah,
could
yeah.
I not think that fucking name?
Done
Here's
with
the
the
thing.
hunt.
I saw a great video about like what would it be better? It would be better if you switched Watto and Jar Jar Binks, because Watto is a character who he's comedic, he's funny, right? You still have the communication.
Yeah, actually, I
But he's
like Watto.
But he's a roguish character that you can't trust. But you have no choice but to trust him, kind of like Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a reference to Han Solo, and it's a new character. It's an interesting alien. It's nothing we've seen before. It's entirely CGI.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything he would want, and I think it's just a stronger choice.
That whole
Jar
scene.
Jar, a great little scene where he's bumbling and saying stupid shit. Nobody would have hated it. He was like, Jar Jar, whatever.
That scene could be completely unchanged from when we first meet Jar Jar. You know, they're running through the forest. You know, the Empire's behind them. You know, they're kind of just trying to get away, and they run across. And instead of out popping Jar Jar, out pops Watto.
Right.
You know, with a blaster. Maybe he like blasted a few of the stormtroopers.
You could be
You
on the
know,
run from
those-
somebody ripped off or something, you know.
Or yeah, or something like that. Just, you know,
Right.
he's hiding too, or
Yeah.
something like that from somebody or something, and then they kind of have to. They know who he is, but they kind of have to pal along.
All you have to do is literally swap the character models and their and the people in the dialogue. And just,
Yeah.
you've got it. You've done. You've fixed the movies. Like it's crazy. I really liked the Watto character, but
Yeah,
I mean,
so did I. I don't know if he would have been as sustainable in sort of longer form like that, but
probably not. But I think it's a
definitely, yeah, he's definitely a better character.
Jar Jar doesn't sustain the same length of time that he's there either. So.
Well, no, who doesn't?
I do really like. I really like the Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan's like interactions. I love that you get the sense that Qui-Gon Jinn is this kind of a rebel. He's the dude. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's Liam fucking Neeson.
I know. It's
Come
Liam
on.
Neeson in the future with a mullet. Oh, I love Qui-Gon. And the Qui-Gon's a great Jedi. He's one of those Jedis who believes that intent is what makes one become evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of those people who believe he's one of those Jedis who believes that you can use Force Lightning to charge a battery, for example. You've done no evil acts, so why are you evil?
Well,
Right.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So things like that, like it's all about the intent, the emotion that you put into it. You know?
Yeah.
And that's
Qui-Gon
the
was
whole
close.
great Jedi, but
Was the closest human Jedi that we had to Yoda in the form of like the monk Jedi style.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is you see, I love it because you see it mirrored in Obi-Wan. In the later films, Obi-Wan's pretty much the same way, you know?
I was just going to say, yes, fill that battery with your hatred.
Jesus.
People in the chat are hearing a game. It's Quack playing Mario Maker. It's not me. Like I said in the chat, if you don't see it on my screen, I'm not playing anything.
I like that it uses the old Mario dying from Donkey Kong sound.
This is what I was playing.
Oh,
you were actually
why.
playing Donkey Kong. Yeah,
That
So-
would make sense then.
I'd also say, unlike other people, I actually like the pod race.
Yeah, so did
I
I.
did too. It's one of the best parts of that movie.
Absolutely.
I love the illusion to Ben-Hur, and I love that when you watch it, you can actually see literally shots just rotoscoped right out of Ben-Hur.
Pretty much, yeah.
The pod race is so fucking cool. Everybody shits on it, but it's so cool.
like
It
it.
is
And
it
it
is
made
long.
an awesome set of games.
It
It's
is
long.
long, but that said, I tend to watch the extended version of the pod race a lot, which is in the extras.
I don't have a problem with the length of the pod race, actually.
No.
I
My
always
problem
love
is a
the
lot of the
sound.
setups, a lot of the first, I don't know, 45 minutes of the movie. You could have probably chopped about 10 minutes out of that.
Yeah. See, I liked the fact that one showed how resourceful Anakin could be under pressure, whereas flip to the space battle at the end, where he's just basically stumbling and accidenting his way through the battle to win it for everybody, which is bullshit. That doesn't connect to the Anakin we saw at the beginning. Like, he should be doing something intentionally and resourcefully to win that battle for them, because that's the Anakin we saw at the beginning. And that, I think, is one of the big problems, is there's a disconnect in the fucking arcs of the characters.
If you take that whole sequence out of him doing it, you can actually just fix the problem with it right there,
Yeah.
with his arc. Because, him bumbling around through it, that's stupid. He's a fucking pod racer.
Yeah.
All right?
He knows what
How
he's doing.
different can the controls really that be?
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
They're flying vehicles, just one has the ability to go into space.
Yeah.
You know?
One's
Exactly.
a one stick, the other one's like a reverse, like one of those sitting down riding lawnmowers.
Right, but okay, so part of the lure that Lucas put into this is that, like, you had to race other things. Pod Racer is just the pinnacle of that shit. That's what made him so special.
Pod
8 years
racing is
old,
literally a bucket
he's-
with spaceship engines attached to the front of it.
and he's in the biggest race on this planet. You know, and he's 8 years old in the biggest race on this planet, and that's something. And that means he should be able to fly that vehicle without at least not being a complete dumb shit.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, and this is something I've held deep within for many years, that scene where Jar Jar gets his tongue numbed by the crossbeams, that made me laugh.
That is one of the few genuinely funny Jar Jar moments, actually.
Yes.
And there are a few
His
that-
bumbliness actually played into some
Yes.
genuine comedy.
Because that was just nice bit of slapstick and accident proneness, which was funny. That was good.
Because it wasn't too much.
This is that, and the rest of
It's
that
just the
scene
right
talked
amount.
with like a weird, like a lisp. But yeah, I always liked the pod racing scene in the first movie because, well, for me, that was right around the time we were buying DVD players they were coming with surround sound systems.
Ah, yes.
So, and that was like the perfect scene to test like your bass and your surround sound
God,
systems.
yeah.
Hearing
We did that.
as these things
Yeah,
go by.
Yeah.
Oh, we did that, man.
Oh, yeah,
That was-
it's
that was
amazing.
shit.
Yeah, that was cool shit. I got to admit.
Duncan Large just mentioned, this is completely unrelated to Star Wars, just mentioned, if you watch The Prisoner, the episodes are out of order. Many people have recommended orders. I watched them in broadcast order. The order doesn't spoil much between episodes, but it can highlight certain things. Yeah. There's a particular order that I generally watch those episodes in because in terms of little things that occur in the episodes, it just seems to make more sense as far as, maintaining some modicum of continuity.
Have you done a video about it before?
Nah, I might have a while back.
I think you should revisit the subject.
I don't think I did, actually. I might do that.
That'd be
but,
nice content. Sorry.
Yeah. But generally on the DVD and Blu-ray releases, you get them in broadcast order. But there are some like fan preferred orders. There's really only a couple of different sort of orders to watch them in. The one that I watch them in sort of takes note of specific things said by certain characters in the episodes to kind of give it a place in the timeline. So if a character makes a reference to it being, that number 6 hasn't been there that long, we put that one earlier in the continuity and things like that. Or that, number 6 and I are old friends, and if it's a character that we've seen before in another episode, obviously put that after the episode where we've seen him previously. And it's just little clues, little hints throughout the way. There's a few of them that are kind of interchangeable, but for the most part, I found that it actually does flow better watching in that non-broadcast order. So, yeah. I'll probably do a video about it at some point. I need to get that on Blu-ray again, actually. I'm kicking myself. I know. You can usually find it for about $100, which is actually around what I paid for it originally, so, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me to find it for that price. Yeah. Sucks.
Originally $140 though.
It's a really nice Blu-ray that I'm sure would look great on my new TV.
D-Large says, Garbage Gamer, I loved playing Pod Racer on my old Pentium all those years ago.
Oh, guys, it's Skinslip with one word. For fuck's sakes, please stop putting a space. It's one word.
Skinslip?
The original words are skin space slip, so yes, your autocorrect will want to tell you to change that, but it's Skinslip one word. It's a special word that I created into two normal words.
Yes, together to form one name.
Yes. Which is not actually trademarked. The TM's just me being silly.
He's like Madonna. Single name.
Are you referring to the idiot in the chat?
No. He's just reminded me. A few people tonight have done it. So I'm reminding people that it's one word. It's
somebody spaced out mine too.
Yeah.
I remember one time somebody put a space between Rye and Ian, but it didn't really. Actually, that never happened, but making shit up now.
Making shit up now.
Fuck. Bye. Doo-doo.
What was I gonna say? Well,
yeah, you already banned that person. I was just in the process of doing that.
In regards to like George Lucas, like just getting a lot of hate. I mean, I just think between the people who hate on the prequels and to the people who hate, I think they all just who hated the special editions just kind of united into one monstrous force. And I don't know.
Yeah. I missed everything you just said. I was completely distracted. I heard monstrous force.
Oh, I was just talking about this porn that I saw.
I had a feeling
monstrous force.
No, I was just saying, like, everybody, all these groups who had a problem with George Lucas and with what he did with the prequels, the special editions, it's like they just united in, like, one huge force.
Oh, yeah. A unified force for hate.
But a lot of people, I mean, the thing is, there's, like, we were talking about episode 1, but there's a lot of things I love about episode 2, and that one is universally shit on by a lot of people.
I like all three.
See, that's the thing I don't get is,
in that one.
I think, I actually thought episode 2 was better than episode 1.
I think each one's a little bit better than the previous.
The Obi-Wan, like, investigating of, like, everything, like, I loved that.
Yeah, that was fun.
To me, that's like Blade Runner-esque. Like,
well, yeah. Well, and I like that we got to really see Coruscant in all its glory in that one as well, which is something we'd never seen before. Which is like, I was going to say this when we mentioned earlier, it's like a fucking Blade Runner planet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I had a role-playing game that took place on Coruscant. It was amazing.
Nice. Actually, Star Wars Bounty Hunter has a few levels on that planet as well. So,
and so does Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. One of my favorite multiplayer capture the flag levels.
There you go. There you go.
Was a blast.
Duncan just said, Darren Isaac, I'd love to see you doing a video on the ordering of the fleet. Since you did an overview, I watched it when I was out of a job, hanging with you guys and watching The Prisoner makes joblessness so bearable. Yes.
Yeah, do it, man.
The Prisoner is a wonderful show.
Just a book.
Yes, it wasn't his Planet of the Apes set, like somebody I know.
Gosh, I'll go to like pick it up to like
Hey.
watch them and like, damn, because it's like
Yeah.
ripped at the bottom of the box.
And Sean
Good,
did
this
it
thing
to his
is-
Halloween set. So,
Yes.
Hey.
And my real Ghostbusters set
Oh.
actually. Yeah.
Here, I've got some gore for you. Hold on.
There's there's two big expensive sets that I've unintentionally
Want to see my
destroyed.
big expensive gore? Here's
Sure.
my big expensive gore.
Oh, this one. Yeah, I remember
Oh.
this.
Look at this. Barely hanging on by a thread.
Oh,
Whoa,
There's your expensive gore.
almost wasn't hanging on there.
$500 gore right there.
you know what's funny is that a lot of people that aren't in horror movies like that look at gore, they get grossed out. People like us, we get grossed out if like our collectibles are like slightly bent. We're like, oh,
Oh,
man.
My thing was specifically was specifically a Reddit reference for me. Like I'm on a subreddit and there's it's like technology. Like, you just see like broken technology. There's also like there's network. There's network. There's also things called porn, which are good pictures, not safe for work stuff, just cool pictures. Like there's networking porn where you go, you can see really neat networking setups. But there's also gore groups too. So it's like magic card gore. You see like cards that are like waterlogged and lit on fire. Like,
Yeah. I remember
that sucks.
a friend of mine who was raised strict Catholic, also happened to be a huge Robotech fan. So when they put out the books of like the novels of Robotech the Sentinels, of course he wanted to read them because that's the infamous series we never got, or only got a very small piece of. So he bought the first book and was reading it, and the title of that book was entitled The Devil's Hand.
Uh-oh.
So I remember as I was talking to him one day, he just started ripping pages out of the book. I'm like, and he rips the cover off, and then he rips a few pages. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I was aghast, and I was like, don't do that. What the fuck? What are you doing? It's the first book. This could be a collector's item. And he's like, well, I don't want my parents seeing the title of it. And it's like, what's it? But of course, it has the title on the top of every page. So then, as he would read his way through the book, he would tear out those pages.
That's brilliant.
And I remember having a phone conversation with him, and it's like, oh yeah, that reminds me. I just finished reading a couple more chapters of that Robotech book. I just hear, rip, rip. And it's like, oh, the pain.
Oh, it's brutal. Oh my god. Yeah.
So then he was endlessly amused by that. So then he so I say that him and his friends are going to have a Robotech book burning party.
Oh, the next time we get a Robotech book, I'm just gonna long cam start ripping pages out of it.
It's randomly ripping.
I'll find one that's already missing pages. Just
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe you won't know that.
I see it one day. All of you will show up with, oh, look at this Robotech book I got, Sean. Rip.
Yep.
No.
Well, let's be my pickups. I'm gonna throw in a few books in there randomly. It's gonna be you're gonna be like, I'm like, here's a Robotech book. Like, that's cool. Weeks later, here's another. Like, oh, that's cool. Weeks later, hey Sean, rip. You're like, what the fuck? You won't even know it, man. It'll just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Like, you son of a bitch.
WB Travis says, my God, I'd be dying on the inside and out. Yes. Yes, a little piece of me died with every page.
Please
of
don't
that book.
do that in my presence, or I'll have to hit you a lot.
God. Yeah, I don't know if he ever even finished reading the book, but
Oh
boy,
my god.
did he rip a lot of pages out of it.
Oh, fuck.
Boy.
God damn it, your friend sucks.
Oh.
You hear that, Sean's friend? You suck for doing that.
That's right. Yeah. Good times. Good times. So, if those of you who are wondering, probably heading over to Twitch after the show tonight. Probably not going to be a super long session. Basically, I've got one level left for Fear 2 Project Origin, so I thought we'd finish that up tonight at the big, terrifying finale.
How do you know you have one level left?
Because I'm sure of it. Because I looked up the number of levels a while back, and you know,
So
and it clearly said when I pressed X to get to the next part of the game to close it that the mission is to find and destroy Alma. So
what did I miss after I went to bed? Like I went to bed.
I don't know what was happening when you went to bed.
What was it? It was after the tram and you were lost trying to get across those things. You'd gotten across them all, and I went to bed after that level.
Oh, I don't think you missed too much then, because I got across them, and then found the doorway that the guy went through, and it was like this glowing door.
I remember the glowing door. That's like the last thing I really remember.
Yeah, well, suddenly all these crates just collapse and blocking the door, so I'm trying to find my way around them to get to the door. The whole while I'm doing that, Alma's like randomly attacking me.
Oh, lovely.
With QuickTime events. So I finally get to the door. She actually killed me at one point. I don't know if I mistimed something or what happened, but she actually managed to kill me at one point.
Jesus.
So I had to redo it again, get through the door, and it was to the elevator, and that basically triggered the next sequence. So basically, at this point, I'm on my way down to the machine to amplify the the telesthetic powers and fight Alma and try to finish her off once and for all.
So you probably have that level plus boss fight.
Well, I think that's all one level. I'm pretty sure that it's level 14. So I'm pretty sure there's only that one left.
Right.
So I remember there being more than the last one, or the previous one, but not by very much.
All right then, cool.
Yeah. So I finished level 13 last night. So
why don't we just hop right to that then, unless we have some other pressing order.
Press the issue. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I think
we started late, so I mean.
Yeah, we started late, and I got to work tomorrow. I'm not working crack of dawn though, thank God, so I can still sleep in a little bit. But
yeah, I can sleep until 8. You know,
Yeah.
It's almost 2 o'clock where I'm at.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
I just said that.
Oh.
It's almost 2 o'clock where I'm at.
Awesome.
It's almost 11 p.m. here.
It's almost 11. I'm just gonna head over to Max and get some smokes, and then we can do some Twitch.
Cool.
All right. Well, I guess we could probably just end it off here. I think we all sort of covered everything we wanted to cover.
Yep.
No more show and tell. I'm out of popcorn, so that's that. All right. All right. Well, have yourselves a good week, everybody. Those of you joining us on Twitch, we'll see you in I don't know, I guess about 15 minutes. And then Final Battlefield 2 tonight, folks.
Enjoy your Black Fridays and Thanksgivings and all the whatnots.
Oh, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Oh, I was just going to say, and remember, Saturday Night InSaNiTy is more of a space opera, so just remember that, everybody.
That's right,
That
yeah.
ties the blubbering.
Clearly. It's not about all the robots and spaceships that we have.
This isn't about spaceships.
It's not about the pasty white flesh. It's about the media. You know.
It's not about lightsabers.
Well, sometimes it's about lightsabers, but not usually. Mostly not.
I just really wish Ben were here. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Alrighty, have yourselves a good night, good week, everybody. Be safe on Black Friday. We all know how crazy it can be.
Don't get trampled.
Don't get trampled, killed. Don't leave your kids in an unventilated car.
Don't get
a
maced
cheap
for
TV.
your spot in line.
Don't get maced. Don't get pepper
I
sprayed.
saw that once.
If you're standing in the middle of a large crowd of people, for the love of God, don't fart. And then
Farting's okay on Black Friday.
silent but deadly. Everybody clears out around you.
Okay,
For
I
God's
can move
sake,
again.
And for
wear
God's sake,
deodorant for
use
crying out
your
loud.
brains. If you do have to pepper spray someone, don't do it in a large crowd.
Yeah, if you're gonna be in a large crowd, take a fucking shower.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
And,
camp
uh,
out,
Wash the
shower
stank off you,
right
Nona,
before
first
you
to
go
get
out.
here.
Oh, and
Smell your
remember,
stank.
nobody but you gives a shit about the movies on media. Trust me. Everyone else is going after the high-tech shit.
That's true.
You're right.
That's true. Everybody's there for cheap
It's my
electronics.
favorite part about Black Friday. Everyone's going on TV, and I'm standing there in their way, looking at the movies sitting in front of it. Like, oh, okay, maybe I'll get this one. People are like reaching around me, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't give a fuck.
We're on that. More people look at the movies, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my way, you asshole.
Be the one guy that just goes in there to get milk.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Dude, that line, I was in line longer than I was shopping. I was in line for over an hour. I wouldn't even try to buy food that was perishable if I had to get in that fucking
I would have been like,
Yeah.
it's starting to curdle.
like, I'm gonna just leave. I'll pay you tomorrow.
I
I'll be back in
really
about
need
4
milk.
hours.
Alrighty, well, have yourselves a good night, everybody, and we'll see you later. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
It's happening.
Misa leaving.